I know the church doesn't believe in psychics and things of that nature, but I recently went to one, and he told me that my daughter was going to eventually die giving birth. Yeah, see, that sounds a little like it's coming from the devil. I wouldn't put a lot of weight in what a psychic says, and okay, well, I think that I have a lot of bad karma coming my way. I don't know if the church believes in karma or not, but I do have karma coming my way, and I unconditionally love my daughter. I never thought that I could love a person unconditionally, but I do. And our relationship has been so good lately that I think the world is going to punish me by making that psychic's prediction come true. So today I'm here to confess my sins. So is there some sort of priest, person, confidentiality thing that's similar to like therapists and their patients? Not necessarily, but I'm a very open-minded individual, as any person of God is. So I'm willing to listen, and so is God, of course. Okay, well, my daughter-in-law I've never liked, and we've had a very rocky relationship, and she was recently involved in a hit and run, and without saying a lot, I was involved in it. Are you saying that you were behind the wheel of your daughter-in-law's hit and run? Not physically, but in many ways I was, and I want to confess, because I've been diagnosed with a lot of mental health problems, and sometimes they get the best of me. So I want to make myself right with God in terms of the hit and run and a lot of other things I've done. Okay, I see what's happening here. I think you, like any human, when we experience someone going through something, we feel a tremendous amount of guilt. And that's a normal... No, it goes beyond guilt. I did have a big part in the hit and run. And I feel deeply regretful, because if I had known that, my daughter's health was at stake, I would never have done such a thing. Okay, I think I understand, maybe. God's a very forgiving entity. And I think we all need to forgive ourselves a lot of the times. So what I would say... Alright, how does the forgiving stuff work? How do I know if I've been forgiven? Psychics are wrong all the time. Did you know, when I was pregnant with Miranda, I went to see a psychic. This was very early on in my pregnancy. And that psychic told me that I was having twins. I did not have twins. It's not like Gabby's getting pregnant again anytime soon. She doesn't even have a person that she's in love with. But I am afraid that my karma is gonna get her, and I'm going to suffer through my daughter dying. Again, I wouldn't put too much weight in what a psychic says, although psychics on this show have always been correct. There was only one time a psychic was used, but that's beyond the point. What did, if you asked, what did the psychic say about Miranda? Well, in terms of Miranda, this is where I started to not believe the psychic, because he told me that they were going to have another kid and they were going to stay together. Oh, no. I don't mean to put your son down, really. But, no. What about her other baby daddy, Brian? I did ask him about Brian because I was thinking of you. I knew you would ask something about him. And there was nothing clear other than he said big trouble. When I mentioned Brian, he said big trouble. I don't know what that means. Big trouble. See, it sounds like a whole bunch of malarkey. But it's the psychic available to book? So I would like to book a session. I was going to wait until you got out of jail to tell you this, but I felt like it was wrong. Don't need you sitting in a cell thinking that your sister is pregnant. She's no longer pregnant. She discontinued the pregnancy, if you know what I mean. What are you talking about, Ma? What do you mean she's not pregnant anymore? I'd really rather not spell it out, but Your sister did not want to be pregnant to begin with. It was an accident. And she had a very complicated baby daddy situation. So I told her it was in her best interest to not bring a child into this world under those circumstances. Wow, are you being serious right now? Like, do you not understand like how big of a hypocrite you are by allowing her to do that, by encouraging her to do that? What are you talking about? You were never in this situation. Nah, because back in the day when Miranda was pregnant, she couldn't even like breastfeed in public without you condemning her, telling her that this was like dirty, or I don't know how you looked at it back in the day. But if she had done something like that, what Gabby just did, you would have exiled her. Hey Joey, breastfeeding in public and the other things that your ex-wife did, that's different from Gabby's situation right now. It don't matter, Ma. It really doesn't matter because you got on her about, like, not wanting screen time for the baby. So I could only imagine how you would have reacted if she had come to you or you had found out that she discontinued a pregnancy with me or something. Why are we even talking about the no screen time thing? Because she clearly caved with that. Okay, so that's irrelevant. I was right about that. That kid is in front of a screen all the time. Not critiquing her, but did we need to fight over screen time all that much when now Junior is glued to the TV? Nah, it's beyond the point, Mom. I'm not talking about screen time. I'm not talking about breastfeeding. I'm talking about the fact that if Miranda did not want to, if she got pregnant with me and she did not want to carry the baby to term and she changed her mind or something, you would have flipped. It would have been the biggest family fight. You would have called everyone in the family and called her a witch or something. Yeah, I would have flipped. You know why I would have flipped? Because she's with you. She has a husband. Well, back in the day she did. Okay, you two were an item, a couple. So yeah, it wouldn't make sense for her to not continue on with her pregnancy. Gabby did not love the man. Gabby did not want to share a life with the man. I don't need her taking paternity tests and going through all that hell. Okay, I did her a favor, so don't you dare stand here and condemn me for that. Alright, Ma. You know, I've been in solitary confinement, so I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of good books, and at the end of the day, you don't gotta answer to me, you know? And what do you mean by that? And who's gonna condemn me? Huh? What are you getting at? Because I've had a very hellish time with a psychic, and I don't need your judgment too. Nothing, Ma. Nothing at all. I'm just saying, when we all meet our end, you're not going to have to talk to me about your decisions and what you encouraged your daughter to do. So, I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything, you know? It's not my place to judge you, Ma. Oh, screw you. Tough words coming from a jail cell, coming from solitary confinement. They let you out for a little phone call, did they? Ma, I have bigger mental health problems in here. I'm trying to keep my life clean. I don't need this discussion with you. If you can sleep at night, Ma, then go to bed. When you sent Joey back the child support, just humor me. When you sent it back to him, was it because he asked you to? Or was it because you just felt like that was the right thing to do? Did you think of that on your own? Mom, I'm in a good mood today. You and I were talking about a TV show before. Junior made us both laugh. We're having a good day, and now, like, your mood changed completely, and we're talking about this again. Joey is in jail. He's not in the house. He's not near us. Why are we talking about this? Because I brought it up to Aunt Dolores. I brought it up to a few other friends, and they all agree with me. If this man has a custody agreement with you, where you are to receive child support from him, there is under no circumstance while that paper is active for you to be sending the money back. It just bothers me so much. I think that apartment search with you and Gina, maybe you need to like get on that a little faster, because this is ridiculous. I make a lot of money, Mom. I hate saying that, but I do. And Joey was with Junior for a lot of time after I got out of the hospital, and he's in jail. He's not earning money. I didn't need the child support at that time. That's all. It was 2 payments that I sent back. Miranda, sweetie, it's not about whether or not you need the money, or that you can go without it and survive without it, or you make enough at work. It's about the fact that you went to court and you fought for it, and you were supposed to receive it. Under no circumstance should you be sending it back. Mom, I say this from a genuine place, and I really hope you understand. When I got out of the hospital, Joey was with Junior almost more than me. He was here full-time, as a full-time dad, minus work. Okay, he had his 16-hour shifts, yes, okay. But he still made the effort with Junior. He was still a full-time dad. And I just wanted to do a human, nice thing. He was going into jail, losing pay. I just thought it would be nice to send the money back, because I felt like he earned it. And I frankly, I know you'd say it doesn't matter, but I didn't need it. Okay, I'm doing fine. It was just the last couple weeks. But I've done everything he wanted me to do with Joey. And he's not here. He's not in the house. He's miles away, locked away, and we're still talking about him. Just forget it. I am sorry that I brought it up, okay? I'm not bringing it up again. Send him all the money back you want, okay? How did this get bent?
Mom, would you even care at this point? And I'm not trying to criticize you, but when it comes to Miranda, at this point, you shouldn't even care what she does, because she gets herself in trouble. Like, you've tried to protect her time and time again, and she just, so why even care at this point?
Gina, maybe if you have kids one day you'll understand, but it's not easy cutting your kid off and not caring about them. No matter how many times they make decisions you don't like, it's very hard for me to detach when it comes to you or Miranda.
No, it just pisses me off, because like she messes her life up time and time again, and then she comes to you when she needs you, and then when she doesn't need you, when she has a good job, this and that, she throws you to the curb.
Yeah, and that's just that's being a parent, Gina. Maybe when you have a kid one day and they start to date people you don't like, you'll understand how hard it is to navigate those waters. Because I don't have a say when it comes to who my daughter marries, dates, whatever. Okay? A lot of the times Miranda is ungrateful, but that's what I have to live with. I'm not gonna turn my back on my daughter.
And I don't believe in that whole, like, I'm gonna defend my kid no matter what my kid does, because at some point you have to cut them off.
You know, I hope you say all this stuff to her face, because you're saying it to me, but I'm not the one, you know?
Yeah, before Miranda had her amnesia, I said everything right to her. Even today, I'll tell her right to her face.
Well, it's really good to see you. I'm glad the apartment search is going good for you. I'm sorry about your engagement. How have you been otherwise?
I'm good, how are you? Did Mom tell you about the whole alimony thing? Like how she's getting the alimony?
Having you, my daughter, back in my life has brought me peace with the whole grandchildren thing. I don't need any more. Okay, I'm happy with you. You are enough. Mom, as nice as that is to hear, and I know we've just been through a lot, but where is this coming from? Because I know you don't believe in a lot of this stuff. But I went to a psychic, and the psychic told me that you were going to die giving birth. So with that information, I don't ever want you to be pregnant ever again, because I have a lot of karma coming my way. Mom, really? A psychic? This is why you're getting all worked? And to take some pressure off of you, I'm never going to ask you for grandchildren, because he also told me that Joey is going to have another kid one day. I also have your other brother, Santo. Maybe he'll have kids one day. But when it comes to you, you do what makes you happy. Don't you worry about children. Okay, well, you know my stance on having kids. You saw what I was just willing to do. I don't think you have to worry about me having children. No, but I am worried. Because this psychic was very convicted in what he was saying. I've always wondered how karma was going to get me. Clearly it wasn't death yet. I've survived all of that, right? It wasn't going to jail. I'm out. So how else am I going to be punished? The universe gives me my daughter back and then takes her away from me. I believe in a lot of things, but psychics aren't one of them. So I really don't want you to put a lot of weight into what they told you. I know I sound crazy. Just promise me that you won't have children while I'm alive. I promise that I won't be having kids. You don't have to worry about that.